If you ever left a feedback on one of our games, either it is a comment or DM, or sometimes you say out loud during a playtest, I want to just tell you something that might sound strange coming from a studio that is strive for community and transparent, that sometimes we ignore your comment, and on purpose. In this video, I want to explain when and why that happens, because you guys deserve to know, and also know how each decision is actually being made. Every designer says we listen to our players, which is true, but it is incomplete, because the way you put it, it sounds like your feedback is actually a vote, but it is not. Usually it happens like this: when you tell a publisher or us something felt bad, that is completely real. You feel that, and we believe you. Trust us, we believe you, and we listen. But it tells us something happened. It doesn't tell us why it happened, and it definitely doesn't tell us or give us a solution how to change that. If we treat every comment as an instruction, then we end up with a game that built entirely out of everyone's discomforts, that technically fixed, but it feels like nothing. Actually happens when a feedback comes in. We try to tell the difference between a pattern and a moment. A pattern, it is when different people who never talk about before hit the same wall independently. That is something real in the design, and that is a signal for us that we have to act right away. And a moment, it is one person, one mood, one specific night at the table, still valid, but it doesn't automatically telling us the game is broken. This is the actual filter we run your feedback through. I want you to know this and stop feeling that you're talking to a void. 1. Did more than one of you say it independently? 1 comment is data point, and 3 separate playtests says that something wrong, that we have to fix it and it cannot be ignored. 2. Is this about the game or about what you personally enjoy? If you don't like push your luck, then it's not a flaw of the game, it's actually a mismatch of the audience. So both are valid, they just require different response from us. Actually, just to be exact, we had exact comment about a Battle of the Knoll playtester says that game is not good, and I made a video, similar video, that ranging from our emotional roller coaster from desperate to rational to actually feeling okay about the design. And if you want to watch that video, I'm gonna link it somewhere if I figure out how to insert cards. One actually more related to branding and the game as a system to start with. The third one actually is about branding and the game as a system itself. Would changing this actually make the game itself or less? And this is also the most reason that we say no to the feedbacks. Sometimes what you're describing as a problem is actually the exact thing the game is trying to do. Early on, some of Fantastic Sea testers told us the game is too complicated, or too complex rather, because each fish has an ocean ability and a reserve ability, so they have to memorize a lot of abilities in order to play them into reserve and activate the combos, so they actually suggest us to get rid of reserve. And we have to say no, and I'm happy that we said no, because the whole game is a combo game. You cannot get rid of combos in a combo game. That will erase the whole identity for Fantastic Sea. And here is an example we should have listened to you sooner. At the beginning of Wonderlust playtest, there are a couple of playtesters told us they find it hard to, actually we also see that with our own eyes, that if they find it hard to recognize the routes on the map and then to find the connection to get the transport tickets. So at the beginning we thought it's just a normal learning curve when you're learning a new game. When there's a map and then you get transport tickets, you need a couple of rounds in order to understand. But after more people report back to us, we realize it's actually a pattern and it's something that we have to change. And the fix is actually easy. In the end, we spent one afternoon just to color code all of our transport tickets with a route actually showing on the map. So now there's a visual connection and make the recognition a lot easier. So when you leave any feedback on Battle of the Knolen or any games that we made, we're not asking, do we agree with this feedback? We're rather asking, is this a pattern? Or whether it's about the game design or it's a personal taste, and whether fixing it going to make the game concept stronger or quietly erodes it. Tell me down below, has a designer or publisher ever ignored your feedback you gave them and it turned out that they were right? Or vice versa, have you ever give a publisher a piece of advice or feedback, they actually taken it and it turned out you are right? I actually want to know, leave it in the comments. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!